You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
What's up guys, welcome to Superwise. I'm John, and huge breaking news from The Hollywood Reporter. The Russo brothers are officially returning to the MCU to direct Avengers 5 and Avengers Secret Wars. Now this is not super surprising to me because Jeff Snyder initially reported and put on the map that the Russo brothers wanted to direct these next two films. But this is where it gets interesting because Marvel turned them down, as we understand it. And it made sense to me because Infinity War, Endgame, that was of the Infinity Saga era. I understood that Marvel wanted a new fresh blood and energy for these Avengers films and didn't want to harp on the past. Yet here we are with this report that they are in early talks to direct these next two films. And listen, I'm totally happy with them returning. Them in the MCU was magic. Them outside of the MCU, not good. They have been struggling. None of their stuff has been hitting. So I get why the Russos are like, man, we need to go back to the MCU. We need to cook over there. On the flip side, you also have to remember what I just said about Marvel reportedly initially turning them down. It's clear to me that Marvel was actively searching for a new director for these next two movies, and they just couldn't crack it. Outside of Sean Levy, which was in heavy consideration as we know it, they just had a hard time finding the right person to helm these movies, and so as a result, they were like, fine, let's just cave in, let's do something familiar. They worked with us for the other Avengers films and it worked beautifully, so why not just do it again? It seems like a Hail Mary, like, listen, this ain't working, so let's just do something familiar. That's very much what it feels like to me. This wasn't a move that Marvel wanted to make the first time around, but I think that they just thought that for this to work, they need to replicate the magic and get them back. And as I was about to ask if Marcus and McFeely are returning as the writers with the Russos, Daniel RPK confirms that they are returning. So the entire dream team is back, and that certainly is good. That certainly helps. Marcus and McFeely were equally as integral to the success of the last Avengers movies as the Russos were. But here's the thing, Marcus and McFeely were around since phase 1 of the MCU, First Avenger, and as the years went by, they got more MCU projects. They wrote Captain America throughout. They cared about the universe. They cared about the Avengers and each individual character. Do they care about this new future, this new roster of potential Avengers? Do they care anymore since Endgame? The universe now looks completely different, and they've been away from the MCU for a little bit, so you know, is it gonna be the same? Are they invested? Based on the ending of Avengers Endgame, I'm really excited to see them helm Sam Wilson's Captain America again. I think that's gonna work great. Just overall, the question is, can they deliver an Avengers film on the level of Endgame and Infinity War that is of the quality, that is of the love and the care? We're gonna see. There are a lot of factors that play into this, but you know, I gotta say, I'm happy with this. I'm excited by this. We got the OGs back. Hopefully they can repair and restore the magic and fun and love and care of the last Avengers films. The potential and excitement is certainly there. Now, also, finally in this article, it's also mentioned that Kang is no longer the focus of Avengers 5. They're gonna give it a whole new title and pivot to someone else. Would I be open to Doctor Doom? Of course I would. I just don't want to see him rush. So that is a 50-50 in terms of if I want to see him. But San Diego Comic-Con is next week. It's gonna be super exciting, super interesting. I'm live streaming that. It's gonna be something, and I'm sure we're gonna get some stuff on Avengers 5 there. Tell me in the comments down below, what do you think about the Russos and Marcus and McFeely returning to the MCU for the next two Avengers movies? Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. That'll be all for me. Remember my catchphrase, guys. Stay super wise.